Okay, so gentlemen, question for you. Would you rather be extremely famous, but you're dirt poor, or be extremely rich, but nobody knows who the hell you are?
How poor is dirt poor?
Well, you got enough to get by, but you ain't buying any.
Like Drake Bell.
No.
Well, he's pretty dirt poor these days, I think.
Yeah. Pretty famous.
Yeah, but what would you rather? Go around. Think about stew on this a minute. You know, you can either have everyone admiring you and you're the greatest thing ever, or you can be just a mook that nobody knows. But
I think definitely rather be filthy rich and
I agree.
not give a piss what anybody knows about me.
Yeah. Everything I like is expensive. Drum sets are expensive.
That's true.
Motorbikes are expensive.
All the toys come with money, so.
Yeah.
So you guys are taking the money over the fame?
I'll be the dissenter. I'll do the fame.
I think
You will? How come though?
Well, I'll let my girlfriend make the money. That's fine.
Nowadays it's easier than ever too.
Yeah, because
I'm not saying anything what they
famous.
could do,
Yeah.
but
you're famous. So
You
it doesn't
know.
matter.
we know. Okay, so there we have it. These gentlemen would rather have the money and the hell of the fame. So, show coming now. Ladies and gentlemen, hello everybody. Welcome to Rockers, Freaks, and Geeks. Brett the Tank Downey here, the lead vocalist of Hellfire Empire and the host of Mortal Ring Wars on the Mortal Ring Wars channel here on YouTube. Got a great treat for everyone today in the tri-state area. One of the newest bands. We got everybody scrunched in here. It was like clowns getting into a small car, but we made it work. We got everybody scrunched in here. One of the newest bands in the area, the Haze. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
And the cool thing about this is two of these guys, if you guys are on Facebook and everything and you follow me, which if you're not, you need to go do that because I'm getting a little bit of this now for Facebook. So, but anyway, two of these guys are what I always call my kids because anybody that knows me well, knows me. Believe it or not, I was a youth minister for several years. And these boys were two of my kids, so it's always awesome to see them and see them doing something so awesome, since we've not been gathering anymore. So welcome, gentlemen. Why don't each of you go around the table and just introduce yourself, say what you do, and this, that, and the other.
What's up, gang? I'm Ryan Miller. Guess you need the last name.
I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Do a little bit of everything.
What do you do in band?
I play rhythm, sing some tunes.
So are you just a singer?
Brandon and I both sing.
You live there? Okay.
Brandon and I both sing. Mainly play rhythm. Working on my, riffs and fills. We're getting better. Trying to find a little bit more time in the day. Hopefully grind it out over the winter. But primarily rhythm and sing, and I like to play country and pick an acoustic. That's kind of my getaway time.
Awesome. Yeah, we're planning on doing that too over the winter. And you go ahead, just go around.
Brandon McCloskey. I play lead guitar and sing in the band. I'm primary songwriter for the band for the originals that we have.
Awesome.
Just like playing. I have a little bit different taste of music. I'm not a huge country music fan. I'm more of like the 90s alternative, more rock stuff. But yeah, it blends well. We play a pretty big range of
Chains,
music.
SPP.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite band of all time is Oasis. So it's the 90s Britpop.
No kidding?
Yep.
Seriously,
Number
Oasis.
one all time. Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's wild.
Mhm.
That's why we have 3 Oasis.
That's why we have.
You don't get that too often around here.
I would
my
say
number one.
the good thing about all four of us is we all have an insanely wide taste in we all listen to everything.
Well, that's good if you can make that gel on all of them.
Yeah.
So we're kind of figuring it out
Hey,
still.
Oasis was awesome when they weren't trying to be the Beatles.
Well, that was most of the time.
You know what I mean?
So they were never awesome.
And this charming young man here.
I am Dan Records. I play the drums. A little bit of backup vocals here or there, but hardly. Really, I just play the drums. So.
And your favorite food?
Oh, favorite food? Probably peanut butter.
Well,
That's wild.
just don't do it before you go
Yeah.
on stage, you know, get the vocals a little bit of. And this fine looking gentleman sporting the beard like yours truly.
For the beard, no hair.
Hey, if I just lose a couple 100 pounds, I'll be with you.
I'm Matt, and I play the bass. That's about all I do. I do a little singing, but
I had no idea. I knew this guy played, but I had no idea you did.
well, I started playing about a year ago.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Like
you're
our first
a year ago and
practice
you're
is
all
when I
running.
Just about the first practice.
Well,
So we used to jam just like
can't beat-
guitars and all that.
can't beat that, man. That's awesome.
One day they were like, "Look at the band together," and I was like, "Surprise, surprise! I got a bass yesterday, so let's do this."
Little fun fact about Matt: he owns one of every instrument.
That's all basically.
That's a good way to get decent at something, you know, or awful at all of them. You know? One or the other, you know what I'm saying?
Try enough on one of them's gonna be good eventually.
But anyway, well, that's cool. And you guys are doing some of your own stuff too.
Yep, that's great.
Great. That's awesome. And you said you're the main songwriter.
Yeah.
How'd that start coming about? Was it like from day one you said, like, I'd like to do some of our own stuff? Or did you
Yeah.
just start writing one day?
No, I mean, I started playing guitar in high school, and then after that, it kind of just naturally happened. I was too lazy to learn songs, so I was kind of just string a couple chords together and hum something.
I used to be the same way
Yeah.
when I was your age, man.
But that's how it started, and then like for a while, I'd just have a bunch of melodies and things with no words that meant nothing, and then probably senior year of high school, I just started putting things together, and then when we started playing, I was like, okay, well this would be cool to do, and we tried a couple originals, and everybody liked them, so right now I think we've got about 10 or 12 that we do, and
That's
Yeah.
cool.
so it's a lot of fun.
Man, we were, not to talk my band stuff, but we were doing, we had a few we were trying to work on and get in the set. Well, then this past year we've been playing musical guitar players. We're on number 3 now, who I think is
Oh.
going to be the guy. So hopefully, the plan is for us this winter to learn some more covers and the originals, and then record. And if you guys need anybody to record stuff, well, I got plenty of good actors there. Unless one of you guys doing it already, these kids probably know how to do it better than
We've been messing with Pro Tools. That's
Yeah.
just as hard as learning an instrument.
Well,
So it's gonna end up going
it's
to
a
paying
whole-
Yeah, I
somebody,
know,
It's
it's
a
so-
like
different language.
rocket science, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I messed with some of that stuff. I forget what program was even during the pandemic, and it's just like, all right, I figured out how to do the few things I need to do, and the rest of the stuff I don't know what it does. So
Yep.
I just kind of left it alone.
A lot of bells and whistles on that.
Oh
stuff.
man, it's crazy. So how did you guys get together? Who knew who? Give me the dirt.
That's kind of the special thing about us. We all knew each other in high school. Like, we went to school with each
Middle
other.
Yeah,
school,
we all
even we've all
graduated
been pretty
together.
tight since middle school.
Same
so.
class all the way through. We all 2017, same high school. He and I, well, actually, me, Brandon, and Dan, probably 2018-ish, maybe senior year into like a year or
Yeah.
two after
I mean, yeah,
high
throughout
school.
Because I know you had been talking to me about trying to get something going forever back when I was, you know.
Yeah, like in high school, I kind of jammed with a couple different groups of people and never really got into anything serious. And then these guys hit me up. Like we had
Yeah, so
jammed a bunch of times.
We screwed around, I don't know, a couple times over the course of like 6 months.
Mhm.
And then we all kind of dropped it, did our own thing, didn't play, just individual hobby stuff. And then Brandon and I started playing just acoustic and stuff.
Mhm.
We would, just sing and play around my house or wherever. And then Matt got back from the military, and he joined us a couple times here and there. And then we were like, well, we need a drummer. And we knew Dan played the drums, so
Yep.
he was the first to ask and said yeah, and it was all straight down from there.
That's too cool, man. I'm just like to see that you two are doing something together, and then like I watched some of the videos from Last Rolls West, and it sounded great, man. Yeah, you
Thank
guys are doing
Appreciate it.
all the right thing. I think you just keep doing what you're doing. sky's the limit, you know. So she's all got together. What would you describe like the sound of like your originals and that? Like if you could compare it to anyone, is there anybody it compares to, or is it sound just like a bunch of stuff together? Like,
I mean, I think for me at least, the ones that I write, they're definitely tailored towards my music tastes. I mean, it's the more alternative, you know, like it sounds like 90s rock basically, but not like the corny 90s rock that nobody likes. I mean, maybe that's Oasis for you guys, but you know, for me, that's, you know, that's what I try to get to sound like. But the good thing is about these guys, like what we'll do is I'll bring a song in, and then everybody kind of, as we get playing and we go through it over and over and over again, different things come up that are original to us, and that makes it sound different than what it would, you know, if it were just me or just one of these guys playing. So you know, it's a little bit of both. It's our
so
own
if the
thing,
average
but-
Joe off the street comes up and says, "Well, what do you guys? Who do you guys sound like?" What would you say?
The Haze.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Who famous do you sound like? And that wasn't a bust.
Yeah,
was
it-
it?
Say,
it
give it
depends. I
3
mean,
years.
it really depends on the song. I mean, there's a lot of songs, the originals we have that I think are, you know, very Oasis-y, but there's other ones that aren't. I mean, Ryan and Matt have a song called "Around Me" that's, I would say, more like, you know, softer rock or like a country soft rock thing. So I mean, it's hard to pinpoint, at least for me, who we sound like, because we're not trying to sound like anybody.
Yeah.
We just kind of
Yeah,
want to
just
do
let
our
it
own
happen,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
That's kind of with our set list too. Like,
Yeah.
we play a little of everything, or try to. Like older stuff, newer stuff, country rock.
A lot will probably work out in you guys' favor because, you know, I'm kind of pigeonholed into the hard rock
Mhm.
thing because that's all I've ever done. You know, I mean, I can, you know, I was in musicals, singing, choir. I can sing that way, but usually it's not what people want me to do.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Everybody wants to hear, you know, the AC/DC or
Yeah.
you know, the Kiss
Iron
or
Maiden,
stuff,
something,
stuff like that. And, Priest, you know. So, yeah, it's you can get, you know, locked into people like saying, oh, you want to hear this, that, but if you guys try to do it all in that, I think you're going to be real successful down the road here. Is there any goals or just want to keep going, or like what would be the ultimate thing locally for you to do?
Well, I think, I mean, the ultimate goal is like to play music for a living. I mean, that's
That's everybody's
obviously a little bit
goal.
unrealistic. Like, no one's quitting our day jobs right now. But I mean, kind of keep doing what we're doing, maybe expand a little bit out of town.
Mm.
Yeah. I'd say
Kind
yeah.
of just going with the flow. and playing
Just
it
the
by
next
ear.
few steps is just kind of build on
I
our
know I was
following and-
thrilled when I saw that you guys were going to be on the Booze and Brews thing because
Yeah.
that's been a pretty big deal the past couple of years, and you know, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Glenn Cannon that's coming in, but
We
he's
didn't
he's,
talk
he's
about
like
Rocky Mountain.
top of the line, you know, like should be pro,
Mhm.
but is kind of pro
Mhm.
dudes. I mean, when you guys, if you haven't seen him, I encourage you to stay there and check them guys out because they're really awesome. But to be on the same bill with somebody like that, you know, and you guys ain't even together a year, right? I mean, as far as playing out,
We played
Yeah.
live June 9th.
Yeah,
was
that
our
was our
first
first
time
live
out
show.
so that's what I'm saying. That's really cool. You know, it shows that some people are liking what you're doing and they're adding you to something that not every band gets to be added to around here. I mean, it's the cream of the crop, you know. So it's really cool. That when I saw you guys were there, I thought, oh, that's awesome that you know, they're getting to do that. So how's the shows been? And is there any place you like to play that's been really, really killer, or any place you'd like to get into, or?
I've really liked everywhere we played,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, we haven't had any really issues with the sound anywhere.
No.
Are you guys doing your own production, or
Yeah.
are you hiring out? You got
Yeah.
your MPA and all?
Mostly
Cool.
Brandon. But
Yeah.
If you ever need that, just give me a holler. No
Sure,
problem.
yeah.
No playing people. In fact, our guitar player does it on the side too. So if you ever
Oh,
need
cool.
anything, too, and know a few good lighting people as well. So.
But yeah, I mean, venue wise, I mean, we've only done 2, I guess, actual indoor ones, and that was Lash Balls West and
I love it up there.
the Eagles.
Did you
And-
notice our drum heads on the wall?
Yeah,
yeah.
And I mean, the energy of the indoor ones were definitely a lot higher than the outdoor ones. That's for sure. I mean, it was a lot. They were both a ton of fun.
The guys in my band, Hangford's, I'm not a big fan of outdoor shows, especially in the summertime. It's so damn hot
No,
and everything and that. But it's a totally different vibe. I like stuff where it's in and contained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the people's like right there. If they're unless you got the crowd from hell, but like when they're all spread out, it's harder to get
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
into it. You know what I mean?
We played like an awesome venue and we were sounding really good, but there was like a big lawn and then a balcony up there, and pretty much everybody was on the balcony. And it was like, it felt like we were playing to nobody because everybody was 50 yards away.
I hate situations like that. And it's like, I'll even sometimes say, hey, well, everybody,
Yeah, come on down.
come forward.
That weekend was probably the hottest.
That was
Oh,
also
yeah,
the
it was
hottest
probably
yet.
98 degrees while we were
Was
playing,
that at that, what's that place called?
Locust Post.
Yeah,
It was an awesome place, awesome venue. The owners were really cool. But everybody was 50, 60 yards away until the sun went down.
Which I can't blame them. I'd have done
No,
the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It was,
can't
it was
blame 'em.
105 degrees whenever
And we
we
had a
were
pretty
playing.
good
They have a
crowd
great
after the
stage,
sun
though.
went down. Yeah, the
Yeah.
stage was awesome.
Great stage. Great setup out
Like
there.
I definitely want to go back there, but not when it's 100 degrees.
That was,
Are
that was a
you
hot
guys, are you interested in getting on the Rocky Mountains bill when it comes around
Yeah,
next
we
time?
were
Yeah,
talking about that on the way up
absolutely.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be really cool to see you guys part out. Lucas, first cat major appearance. Lucas, what do you think about these guys? He's like, there's people in the house, man.
Well, Matt took a seat.
That's true.
Yep. Damn you, Matt. All's causing roll.
Sponsor. Nothing about it.
So I'll ask you two a question because I know your background as far as, I guess if you want to say spiritually, for lack of a better term, because I don't know that about you guys. Have you had any flack about, oh, you're doing the rock band thing, but you're also, from that background, or has it been a pretty positive thing?
It's been 100%
Yeah,
positive.
yeah, I've only gotten
Yeah.
positive from everybody pretty much. So even
Because I know myself, especially when I was in All Out, I always kind of course, I guess it was because I had a job, and I always felt kind of like shunned, looked down upon if I was doing that. And I don't know. I just wondered if you guys had had any experience with that yet. Of course, it might be a thing that ain't been.
Yeah, I mean, we're still pretty new at this, so. maybe
But
it's just
my advice there, number one, is just stick to your guns and do what you're going to do. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, and you're making people happy, again, that's the most important thing. And you're using the talents the man upstairs gave you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting preachy here, but
yeah,
but
for sure.
but I'm just saying, I'm saying I don't see, and I never understood this. I don't see how you can't be a rocker and have a relationship with that guy at the same time. I've never understood why there's a big, thing with that. And so definitely stick to your guns, and and I've said this a million times. I have, for lack of a better word, ministered to far more people at a club, sitting talking at the bar stool with somebody, than I ever did, the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
It means people lay their problems on you. They know you had a background in that, and you're there for them. You help. The bottom line about life, I think, is about helping other people, man. I think if you do that, you're going to get along all right. You're a good person in that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
not preaching, but I just would wonder if you guys, if it's been nothing but positive
Yeah, so far so good.
Mom,
hopefully it stays
cool.
that way. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
my
she's
mom
seen
came
you.
to a couple of our shows,
She
yeah.
came to see you play.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
Love
out.
your mom. You know that.
Well, I mean,
Everybody
put
does.
up with it for a while. My
Yeah,
drum set
but
was in our
Has she
house.
slowed
for-
down at all yet? I mean to tell you,
Not really. She stays busy.
like we would do youth things, and she's just like, bow, 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 bow. I mean,
She's still like that.
and I'm like, yeah, I like a Bugs Bunny card, you know, watching her, man. But she's great, man. That's awesome. I'm glad. You know, she's keep active, man, because you slow down, and then that's where it goes. So, so if you guys could want people in the tri-state area to know anything about you or what you're about or anything, you know, what would you say to them?
I'd say just come see us. Come if you're curious, come out and see us. I mean, we put on a good show. I think
Try to.
we try to anyways. But come see us and you know form your opinion for yourself. But I think we play a wide range of music. I mean, what our core is, I think what we all really like to do are the originals. And that back to your earlier question about you know goals and all that. Yeah, we'd love to go. We want to build up a following in the area, play some shows maybe outside the area, build a following, and then we'd love to go in the studio and cut a couple of songs and you know see where it goes. Because after that, there's no telling what can happen. But that I think would be the goal for us longer term, you know, medium long term, I guess.
Yeah, and I think just from hearing you guys, number one, you play. You play damn good, and you're all young, you're all good-looking guys. You know, I don't think you'll have any trouble. I mean, that's half the battle. You know, I've said a million times about myself. If I looked like Bon Jovi, things would be a lot different around here. But unfortunately, we all can't get in that line when we're born and get those genes, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, you got to have to battle one. I just think you got to stick to your guns, and you'll have no problem at all. You know, being successful. Just keep positive and communicate, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can talk things. If you're feeling something, talk about. You know, I like to always like if I don't think something's going to just start out with something positive. Hey man, you're awesome at this or whatever. But I think we need to change this or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but communication is the key, and don't fall into any of the vices of it. I sound like the old guy preaching to you, but trust me, I've seen it all, seen and done things most people only read about in books in the past 39 years doing this crap. So
Yeah, communication, that's for sure. I mean, we've known each other long enough. We can say whatever we want to each other, and
and that's a real good thing, because a lot of times it's just you're throwing something together with a bunch of different guys just because I need a drummer or whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys all knew each other,
Yeah.
so that's real. Lucas is just taking it all in. Looking.
Yeah, none of us
He's
are.
like, I'm here for the interview, man.
None of us are afraid to tell the other one, you're playing that wrong, or don't play there, or
Yeah, it really sucks, man.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things about our practices, so we'll all be playing, so we kind of set up looking forward, just like you do on stage.
Yeah.
When we're practicing, if Dan messes something up, 3 heads turn around.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's back there
Spider-Man.
smiling.
Yeah.
No, but we do a good job. We hold each other accountable. You know, I wouldn't say we get on each other, but we all have high expectations of each other to, make it a point to practice and, just get the reps in and grind it out. Because we all want to be better and we all want to keep pursuing it. So it's like we all have a good understanding of that.
God, and just when you think you know everything, there's. I mean.
Yeah, we're
You
learning.
go watch
Yeah,
a
still
go
learning.
watch a Neil Peart video one time. Dude's forgot more about music than I'll ever
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And but yeah, just
We're actively learning about how to deal with people asking us to play more songs at the end of our shows.
oh yeah, that's or the dreaded. Hey, play that. Do you think just because you're a
Hey, do
musician?
you guys take
Yeah.
requests?
You can
Yeah.
just pull it out of your
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
we
hell
play
yeah,
this.
we can just
Sure,
do
we
that.
can take a request. It's gonna sound like absolute shit, but we'll play it.
It just sound like ass. Yeah, I know. And that never ends.
Yeah.
just so you know,
Yeah.
unless you've been around forever and you do actually know. I always use the line, "Well, I don't know that song, but I do know one of his favorite songs."
And then just play
And it's just the next
to
one.
it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's
I like
what
that.
you do.
That's good.
That's
Yeah, write that down.
That's just what you do, man. You know, half of being a front man is being the master of BS. You
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
So
When we were at the Eagles, we were all the way torn down, and somebody came up to us and asked us to play one more, and I was like, "What are you talking about? The drums are in the truck right now."
was it probably one of the deals? Can you play one more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Meanwhile, there's no speakers around.
Yeah, everything's put
You
away.
got like the kick drum just laying there with nothing else, you know. So, talking about Oasis, every time I think of Oasis, not to get back on
The
Oasis,
greatest.
but I always remember the unplugged episode where the brothers were fighting or something, and the one was drunk in the audience while the other one was doing all his stuff. What was that all about that time, being the charity Oasis?
So they were supposed to do that MTV Unplugged, and Liam said he had a sore throat. Liam's the younger brother, the lead singer. So he went MIA for like 2 days, went on a bender. And then he showed up 2 days later in the same clothes. And Noel, his brother, who's the songwriter, he basically said, "Well, you're not playing, like you're housed." So then he went up to the audience in the stands and just harassed them the whole night.
Yeah, I
And Noel
remember,
did the show.
I remember seeing that. He was just like blowing out his mind that night. I often wondered what that was actually about. So it all started over sore throat. Who knew?
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyway, so if I had to say, so you're the Oasis man. Which is your favorite band or artist?
I like a lot of the new country stuff, but I would go back to say I'm a big Southern rock. I've always loved the Eagles. Always loved Leonard Skinner.
You like Molly Hatchet? I'm a big Molly Hatchet.
A little bit, and then I'll get into the grunge. Alice in Chains is awesome. That's just like my go-to.
Such a great band.
That's my go-to, just like workout stuff, like Alice in Chains, just in my ears the entire time, basically.
Back when I played with Ulrey and Angerbox, played on off in several bands for years. We could have been like an Alice in Chains tribute band at one point because we just
That's
knew
awesome.
like everything.
That's awesome.
And we could do the harmonies together and always look cool. Shout out to Dave if you see this. But yeah. How about you, Records? If you had to say, okay, gun to your head, who's your favorite?
I feel like this is a little, yeah.
What's that?
Mozart, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously.
I don't know. I feel like it's a bit stereotypical. Probably Zeppelin, maybe Chili Peppers. So
Where can you get wrong with them Zeppelin drums,
Yeah.
man?
yeah, I think from when I was
John
7
was
to,
no
like,
joke.
10, yeah, like I probably watched every YouTube video about John Bonham that is out there. So
Yeah.
a
So
lot of that.
is he probably your favorite drummer?
Yeah, I don't know. It changes, I guess. There's like I've got a top 5 that kind of float around. So
And you're the new dude in the. I mean, it's obviously you probably love music forever, but you're the new musician. So what artist do you like? And you got a bass player that you.
Well, I mean, people like Victor Wooten and all that, they can just shred the bass.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to that kind of music. Like, it's more funk and stuff like that, which is still great, but I'm not too sure. Like, it's a big question. Like Ron said earlier, our variety of music is just huge. Like between the four of us. So.
Yeah, it'll be like Eminem to Dr. Dre to the Eagles to Fleetwood Mac to Led Zeppelin back to Guns N' Roses and then to like Wiz
Childers or
Khalifa.
That's a good.
Right.
That's a good
To
thing.
Wild
I've told my boy
Childers.
to come
To
out
Wild
here
Variety.
because I think he'd like you guys
And it's
because he's
awesome.
like that too. He likes all kinds.
And that's kind of like our set list.
And it ain't
minus
that
the
I
rap.
don't. It's just
Yeah.
not what.
Yeah.
It ain't that I don't. It's just not what I listen to all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But,
for
but it's like I love Fleetwood Mac. They can the radio. Well, good stuff.
Yeah, there's you don't have to like a specific genre. There's just good songs all across the board.
Mhm.
It just has to be a good song.
For bass, though, good. Check out some Billy Sheehan. You know who he is? He
I don't know.
played with
Off the top of the head.
Dallas and Mr. Big and all that. Just check out Billy Sheehan. If you have to remember the name, just look at the video. Geddy Lee from Rush,
Mm.
Right.
bass one hand, keys with the other, you know. Hidden,
Mm-hmm.
incredible bass player, you know. All those dudes, you know, good stuff. But you know, I think in this line of work, if you want to call it that, which it is, there's a lot of work. You know, I'm not being coy about that, but I think it's good to have people you look up to and inspire to be like, and you know, who's like the benchmark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like for me, I love like Bruce Dickinson from Maiden, Rob Halford, Judas Priest, Ryan James Dio, just one of the best ever. You know, people like that, and it always helps me to, when I'm looking up to them, for, you know, to have somebody that's like, you know, I may not get to that level ever, you know, but the cool thing you guys are saying about, you know, being able to do it for a living, I mean, it can be done. We got, I know you guys probably all know Dean Kramer locally, who's now playing in Brett Michaels' band. And, you know, I mean, and he's been playing more music he's done for quite some time now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can be done. And there's a few guys locally, and yours truly being one of them. I mean, I had to take disability, but everything I do now is you know, mostly music related, except the stuff I do on YouTube. So I mean, it can be done. You know, thankfully we're in a comfortable enough position. You know, my wife has a great job, and that where, you know, I can finally just concentrate on that. So don't think it can be. It can't be.
It's really feasible.
Because it can, and you don't have to be, you know, a superstar.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I think most of the guys that are even playing big clubs still have day jobs. That are like famous. You know? Unless you know, you're playing like that festival they had over the weekend that I shared about a minute, Power Trip, is what it was called. ACDC played a whole bunch of them. There was like 2 bands a day, Metallica, Tool was there, Maiden, Guns N' Roses, Judas Priest. But you hear them bands, yeah, you don't gotta worry. You know, your average bands are, you know, they're playing big clubs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them around, you know.
Yeah. Out of the area,
Yeah, you know.
Morgantown.
Well, the other thing too, I heard a pretty interesting thing online a while back, and it was like a band that I really like. I want to say maybe Whiskey Myers, or like, I don't know, good band. They brought these, you know, younger newcomers on with them, and they were talking about it on a podcast, and they were like, yeah, we went about $35K in debt going just on tour with them, but like, you had to do it.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you that like you can get on those big tickets and like,
It's still on
you're gonna lose. You might even lose your
You're still
ass just to
negative.
try and get your name out.
just to do it and for the experience. You know?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But yeah, I think I don't see nothing wrong with having that budget goal at all. You know, just get your bread and butter going around here, start branching out a little bit. Nowadays, you guys are lucky because it's easier than ever to get original
the
music
internet,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
when I was growing up, there wasn't any of that stuff. You know, it's just like it was
CDs on
it was the
corner.
hard way, you know. But yeah, it's so much better nowadays. You know, even for us older guys to put stuff on there and do it. You know, if I make it help with the technology, as I said earlier when we were setting all this up. But
Music technology is a whole different thing anyway. Yeah, but all that. No, but I don't think anybody actually understands. how any
brain
of it
surgeon, man. My one Ryan, the guitar player in Strider, a band that I made a CD with, he is a guru at that stuff. And actually, Dave, I was talking about earlier, he's really good at it too. But yeah, man, it just takes a while. It's one of the things where you just gotta mess with it and don't be afraid of breaking something, you know.
Yep.
I can always reinstall it, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about nowadays, you know. But I'm just glad you guys are here and that you're doing this, and that I got to meet you two.
Yeah.
And I got to spend a little bit of time with two of my kids, you know. Was it ever weird for you guys that I was into all this, but at the same time was, youth minister and all that
No, I
stuff.
thought it was cool because even back then I was listening to Zeppelin and Chili Peppers and Pearl Jam, so it was like cool that somebody at church wasn't like just listening to hymns and
Wow,
you know what I mean?
I always thought I was relatable. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
talk to you guys like I'm way up here.
Yeah.
I was like, we're talking right now. And, I often wondered that. I was like, man, I hope nobody ever thought like I was like the weird guy or whatever. But I still talked to a lot of you guys from them, so it's really cool that I, in a small way, have made a difference in some younger people's life. And I'm all about helping pass the torch on it. I mean, you guys need anything doing this, if there's anything I can do to help, I will.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure, I'm sure we'll take you up on it.
Absolutely,
Don't be
man.
surprised.
And there's a pretty good camaraderie going on around here about everybody helping each other out right now, and that's really cool because it wasn't always that way. So I think you guys will have a easier go with that.
Yeah, I think it's cool for like a small community. We've got a pretty good local music scene.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we actually have people coming up here to play from other areas. So
We have such a good, and personally, I don't think it's tapped into enough, but we have such good, like, a geographical, like, with the canal and just being, like, central of, like, I mean, I know, obviously, Baltimore, Pittsburgh aren't going to come here for stuff, but we do have a really good hub in the canal and the
I mean, it's not far to go to one of them places
No,
if you want to do
exactly.
something with
That's a big
somebody.
Yeah, but, like, I think Rock the Mountains is awesome. Like, I think that should be going on down there 3 or 4 times a year. Different bands from all, like, it's such a good spot. You got all the downtown bars, and it's good for the local
There's, like,
economy
pretty
and
cool
stuff
venues all over
too.
the place.
I'm just happy you guys are going to be there. So any parting words? For I've kept you guys here long enough. I hope it was cool. I hope I didn't talk too much. I just feel like being the I feel like the emperor in that scene with Anakin. He's like, use my knowledge. I paid you. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me, it seemed like that, people, but I just love these two guys over here, and you guys seem pretty cool too. So
They got you fooled.
do they?
We've done a good job there.
I mean, we appreciate it, and we're just doing whatever we can to, get our name out, and we got all the stuff on the socials. We're trying to.
Yeah, where can everybody find you guys? So,
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all at the Haze. The profile picture is us 4 in front of a drum kit. It's got the name on the drum kit. But yeah, I mean, please go. Social's a big thing and helps a ton. Like more than people realize. Like just how many people actually see a post when 2 people share it, and then if those 2 people share it, 2 of their friends see it.
well, that's
It's
my
just,
big
oh,
argument.
man,
Because we got like 15 or 20 people that share everybody's stuff around here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there's still like 80% of the people in the music that don't.
Yep.
And what they don't realize, if you share, say I share your stuff, people that wouldn't see your stuff are seeing it now.
Yep.
Not just your people.
Yeah.
And it might be people that don't like what I'm doing, but would dig what you're doing.
Yep.
So maybe they'd say, "Hey, I'll come check them guys out," because they play Oasis, and But you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool if everybody did that, and then everybody's shows just getting everywhere, and then I bet more people would come.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it's
That's always the challenge.
I was saying to those guys the other day, if you look at least for on our page, like the analytics on Facebook, Instagram, and all that, over the course of our page, it was like only 6 months or so, but right now we got 700 followers, and that is 3% of the total account reach that our page has hit. So it's like there's so much out there that can be shared and that can
It's been a big gripe of mine.
Yeah.
I have over 4,000 people on that are following me because I've got where I got a professional page now because I got a letter from Meta saying, "Hey, you want to do this? Make a little cash?" I said, "Sure," because I got like a 29,000 people reach with all my stuff I'm doing, and it's like if all those people just hit follow, they wouldn't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
But it's like it always feels like sometimes they don't want to see you naked or do anything. I'm not following Jim Down, you know. They got the face like that one girl you see on there once in a while. They say, you know, this is how they're looking at you when you post. You know, I've never got that. You know, because I want to see everybody be successful at whatever they want to do. But I've never understood why people just want it. It's like I got
it's
YouTube,
difficult.
my YouTube channel. You don't even have to watch my videos. Just subscribe to my page, you know, because I'm trying to get where I can get monetized on there too. And it's like, oh my God, you know, it's like pulling teeth.
Yep.
Just keep at it. I've certainly shared your stuff. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, absolutely.
Invited people.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we
Just because
definitely
YouTube, well, him mostly because I didn't realize you were in there because you threw me off.
Yeah.
You know,
I grew up a little bit.
looking like skinny me, you know.
Yeah, he served in the Navy and he came back and he looked
Yeah,
like
thank
he
you for
aged
your service too,
23
bro.
years.
Yeah, definitely.
We got him
Definitely.
back. We got him back. So on to better things.
All right, you guys, where are you playing next? At the Booze?
Booze and Brews,
Booze
yes.
and Brews,
Yep.
and then after that, you
We're
guys
at
think?
that 4 o'clock time slot. You got to be
Yeah,
there.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. See you there.
No, then look for these guys on social media. Give them a follow.
Yes.
It takes like a millimeter of a second to, does that even measure? No.
Well, close enough.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, what you're saying.
Good enough.
To just go follow, and you don't even have to just scroll by if you don't want to see it.
Yep.
But at least it's giving them an extra follow. So, but look for these guys, good guys, good musicians. I'm proud of them, as if you couldn't tell, and I'm happy they came here to hang out with me a bit and talk about themselves. So, going to cut it off. If you guys are good, I'm good.
Yep.
And,
Appreciate you having
no,
us. We'll
not a
have to
problem.
do it again.
Real fancy said, well, I'll gladly have you guys back. But as you can see, it's like, you know, state of the art here. But yeah, so gonna let these guys roll out. Please, like I said, hit them up on social media. Give this page a like, follow, share the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And look for me on Facebook, Instagram, and my band Hellfire Empire as well. We're on all socials too. So, Brett the Tank Downey for Rockers, Freaks, and Geeks. Telling you, like I do every video, do one act of kindness this week. Help make a difference in somebody else's life, because you don't know when that one thing might be the thing that they really need to help them make it through. So, for the Haze, Brett the Tank Downey, see you guys. And I'll turn it off myself, because then I can up here and say, you know, you should follow these guys, really. You should. You should do it. Do it right now.